Welcome, Janelle. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. I know I have so many people from my community tuning in. So, hey, everybody.
Thank you so much. Okay, I know that you were recently interviewed on the Modern Day Wife blog, and they were so blown away by what the advice you were giving for their community that we really wanted to have you on so you could share some more of your knowledge. So I'm gonna pass it over to you now, and you can share with us a little bit more.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I hope you are enjoying the summit so far. My name is Janelle Alvarado, and I am the CEO and founder of Retail Boss Inc. So I'm super glad to be here. I primarily help businesses who are in the retail arena. And when I say retail, I talk about when you are in the stage of your business when you're ready to sell. All right. So retail is really when you already have a product or you already have a service and you're trying to convert it. You're trying to get your followers to now make a purchase and now to make a sale. So I have been in the retail industry for over 10 years. I also used to be the managing director of the School of Retailing here at one of the top business schools in Canada called the University of Alberta. So that was really fun. I used to manage a lot of projects as well as for Victoria's Secret and all these other big businesses who needed help when we were actually transitioning from physical retail to e-commerce, because 10 years ago e-commerce was just becoming a thing. So you have to just keep that in mind as well. In the last 10 years, the retail industry has completely taken a turn, and even with this pandemic happening, it just exponentially moving retail into more of a tech-based place. So with that being said, I just wanted to quickly introduce so you have a little background on what I do. And now I want to get into what this talk is about. So I want to share today 5 tips on how you can achieve entrepreneurial success, because I run and operate over 3 businesses, and I also do investing. I also travel. I also have my own personal brand. I'm known as a B2B influencer, so I can influence my audience to make a B2B sale. So that could be anything related to a business owner who's looking for packaging or is looking for manufacturing or is looking even to hire somebody to be added to their business, because I have a great resource and credibility in the industry to refer and give people the best solutions that may help their market. So today I wanted to talk about how that even happened, because it is very niche in this market right now, where a lot of the time business seems like it's saturated. And so I just want to talk about how you can use these 5 steps to break into any market, because really no market is saturated if you're able to stay in your lane and do exactly these 5 steps, and you'll be able to move to the top of your industry and be a brand authority. So the number one tip, I hope everybody has their notebooks down. So my number one tip to entrepreneurial success is to stay in your lane. All right. So this is so important, and it's easier said than done. I know everybody here probably has a list of what they want in life. You probably have your dreams, your goals, what you're willing to do to get there. But at the same time, you also have a list on what you should not do. Because as an entrepreneur, you're always going to have new ideas. You're always going to have something that you may want to try out. A trend might happen and you might think that's something you should incorporate into your business. But at the end of the day, in order to stay on track, what's more important than your to-do list, it's your not to-do list. So I wanted to go over, I have a little list. So we have 5 tips, and then each sheet of paper that I have everything that you guys need to know for that tip. So number 1, so please start writing this down. So number 1 is stay in your lane. That's your first tip. And how do you stay in your lane? Well, number 1, you need to know what the day-to-day tasks you want to be doing. Okay, so what are the tasks that you are okay with doing? And then you also want to write what are the tasks that you don't like to do. You also want to be able to write who are you going to do these tasks for if you are in the client-facing space, and who you're not going to be working with. And then lastly is who you are and who you aren't. because that is so important to your personal brand. It's okay. I can think, I'm a great person and I like to do X, Y, and Z, but it's also, you need to know what is it that you will not do? Who are the people you're not going to work with, and how are you going to keep integrity in your industry? So that's number one. And here's 3 books that I would recommend for you can easily figure this out for yourself. So number 1 would be Atomic Habits. It's a great book to help you with consistency and day-to-day micro tasks. Atomic Habits, that book is basically about the accumulation of day-to-day tasks and how your tasks, if you do it every day, it will become a habit. And then your habit is what leads you to success. So please read that book. In that book, there's also a bunch of worksheets, and then you should do the exercises, and it'll help you develop this mentality. And this is how you'll stay in your lane. The next thing is you can get Warren Buffett's book. And in his book, he talks about you focusing on 3 goals in life. So you're going to start with writing down all your goals, about 29, I believe. Then you're going to narrow that down to your 6 top ones. Then you're going to narrow down to 3. And those 3 are all you're going to focus on for the rest of your life. So your 3 top goals. And then the last book I wanted to recommend is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So this will help you figure out what it is that you're willing to sacrifice. What are you willing to do to really achieve success? So that was tip number 1. So tip number 2 I have for you all is outsourcing. You're going to want to outsource and automate as many tasks as you possibly can. All right. We all have a do-it-yourself mentality, but in order to succeed as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to outsource these and automate. So what I use Upwork primarily. I know Fiverr is very popular as well, where you can hire freelancers to do jobs for you. And but for that, I tend to focus more on Upwork. I feel like the communication is better. So you can download the app on your phone, and you would download Upwork Client. So there's 2 apps. There's Upwork Freelancer and there's Upwork Client. So because you're the client hiring, you're gonna download Upwork Client app. Okay. And so how do you figure out right now what tasks can be outsourced or automated? Well, you're going to want to ask yourself these 6 questions. So you can put it kind of in like a checkbox style. All right. So I put these little check boxes. You see this? So I'm going to list out how you decide what tasks in your business, right? Going on from number 1 to number 2, how you determine what in your business can be outsourced or automated. Number 1, you're going to want to ask yourself, is this something you have to do daily? All right. If it's something you have to do daily, then that means you have a process. There's a process probably. You have to do something every day. So if you have to do something every day, a task every day, it's better to automate it, right? Or you can outsource somebody to do that specific role every day. Number 2, is it repetitive in a day? All right, so that's another thing. Do people have to do it? Do you have to do that same task multiple times in one day? Right? This could be you have to post 3 times a day, or you need to do 3 webinars 4 times a day, or whatever it is. So first is, does it have to be done daily? Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday. Number 2 that you ask yourself is repetitive. Do you have to do it Monday at this time, and at this time, and at this time? If that's an answer, this is getting you closer to what you probably should automate, or you can outsource somebody to do this. The next thing is, and this is the most important one, so put a star next to this one. This is, do you already have a process that you follow to do this task? And many of you watching this are probably thinking, a process, Janelle, I don't really know. I just wing it every day. But listen, you most likely don't wing it every day. I'm sure you have a process. Human behavior, we're very habitual. We have habits. That's why it takes, I think it is 28 days to break any habit you have. So you may think you get up and you kind of freestyle it every day, but you're really not. So really think about, what is my process? What do I do? As soon as I get up, what is my process? What do I do? And when I'm about to do that task, what is it that I do? Do I have a process that I follow every time? An example would this be, let's say you're going to put up a sales promotion on your site, right? On your Instagram. It could be also a sales banner. So what is your process in putting together what that 30% off promotion is going to be. Do you find a product on your site that you want to highlight? Then you bring that into Canva, and then in Canva, you pick your brand colors, and then you do this. That's the process that you have. And this is the paramount thing for outsourcing. If you already have a process, it's so easy for you to write down that process. You can also take a video. You can take a video of yourself. Oh, let's see here. Sorry, you guys. Hi.
We're like, oh my gosh, we love all of your tips, but we're running out of time. We're like, we're going to you have to give us the other ones. We'll text you and we'll make sure we post
you guys
in the chat.
For all the other tips of this, I will put it on my Twitter. So just follow me at Janelle Alvarado. I'll put it on my Twitter, the list. So the next two last tasks that I really have here was just about networking, the importance of networking.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and how you should let your work network for you. So really, that's really all that is. So your work can network faster than you physically can. So that's the next one. The last one I had was, the very last one was ownership. Make sure you own everything, because if you own everything, you can own the data, and the data is most important. And then the number one thing about tasks I wanted to say is to focus on hard tasks before easy tasks, because at the end of the day, doing easy tasks and hard tasks actually take the same amount of time, but one will give you more money.
Oh,
this is true.
Yes.
I love these. I was like, do you have this? And did you type these up? Because I'm like, definitely want an emailed copy of it, because we'll totally repost it.
Yes, I will. I'll send that over. So if everybody wrote those down, that was everything that I had. So I had ownership, outsourcing, network, hard task, and staying in your lane.
Awesome.
Love it. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm like, that's some.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Business.
Great
Thank
tips.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.